Hi everybody, I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. I'm based right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. And I help clients all throughout the United States and abroad with their immigration questions, with their visas. We work with companies, we work with individuals, we will help with work-based green cards that let you live permanently in the U.S. and eventually apply for citizenship. We help with families that want to be together, that are sponsoring people from abroad or that are sponsoring family members and getting them status if they're here already in the U.S. And last but not least, we help people with humanitarian issues, so victims of abuse, victims of crime, victims of trafficking, meaning if you're being forced to work, if you were brought into the U.S. and are being forced to work, you're being mistreated by an employer, you might be eligible to receive some status in the U.S., you might be eligible to receive work authorization, and ultimately a green card if you report that crime, right? So not all crimes need to be reported. So we do work with people in all sorts of scenarios and help them receive a work permit and basically advise them on how best to receive a green card or receive a visa that they're looking for, no matter what type it is, work, humanitarian, or family-based, okay? Give us a call if we can help you. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, that's 703-348-1663. If you're just joining, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney, and I'm here today to answer immigration questions. So feel free to share this with others. Make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok. We also have a YouTube channel, and it is at Agarwal Immigration, and feel free to post your questions, and I'll do my best to answer them for you, okay? I do have some questions already that I didn't get to previously and that I want to answer today. But as I'm talking, go ahead and say hi if you're joining me for the first time. Hi, Cheryl. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Siasa. Nice to see you. Hi, Living in Color. Hi, Oral B600. Hi, Mama. Hi, Maya. That's my daughter's name also. So feel free to put your questions in as I'm sitting here. Hi, Aman. As I'm here answering other questions that have already been posed, and hopefully it will be helpful to you. But if you want to like our page on Facebook, follow us on TikTok, we're at Agarwal Immigration. Also on YouTube and Instagram. If you want to be notified the next time I go live, I'm here to answer questions. Okay, so I'm here to answer your questions. This is an immigration Q&A, so go ahead and put them in there, and hopefully I can be helpful. Again, I am an immigration attorney. I am based outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, but my clients are all throughout the United States and abroad, and we help with all types of immigration issues. Okay, so the first question I want to start off with today is about fiancés visas. All right, it's about fiancé visas. So only U.S. citizens can sponsor their fiancé from abroad. So a K-1 visa, if people always ask about fiancé visas, can you sponsor a fiancé visa if you're a green card holder? No. Only U.S. citizens can sponsor fiancé visas. Okay, if you have questions on that, if you want to apply for your fiancé, give us a call, 703-348-1663. Also, another scenario about fiancé visas is that the person can't already be here in the U.S., right? So the fiancé visa, you're sponsoring someone who is abroad. So you are a U.S. citizen, you are living here in the U.S., and you are sponsoring someone who does not live in the U.S. So if you have someone here illegally, or someone is here illegally and you're engaged to them, you wouldn't be doing a fiancé visa. You might be able to sponsor them directly for a green card, but you wouldn't necessarily do a fiancé visa because that is only for people that are located outside the United States. Okay, so hope that is helpful. If we can help you, call me, 703-348-1663. My name is Pratibha Agarwal, and I'm an immigration attorney helping clients all throughout the U.S. and abroad. All right, so here's a big question. So can someone on a fiancé visa work in the U.S.? Can someone on a fiancé visa work in the U.S.? So you enter on what's called a K-1 visa, and you technically are allowed to apply for work authorization. You can't work as soon as you come in, but you do qualify for work authorization if you came in as a fiancé. But more likely than not, you can get married and just apply for your green card, which will give you work authorization as part of that package. Okay, so although you do qualify, practically, if you do get married within 90 days of entry, getting a work permit based on a green card application through your spouse is going to be much faster than applying separately for work authorization on a fiancé visa. Okay, if we can help you with your fiancé visa or your green card, call us. We're at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right. As I mentioned, I'm here. I'm an immigration lawyer. I'm here to answer immigration questions. So feel free to go ahead and put them here, and I will get to as many as I can before I've got to get going today. Okay? Is the K-1 only for fiancé visa? Deflosing. Is the K-1 only for a fiancé visa? Yes. So a K-1 is for fiancé. So the person sponsoring the K-1 is a U.S. citizen, right, that lives here in the U.S., and the fiancé that's applying for the K-1 is abroad. So that's the situation with the K-1 visa. If you're already married, that would be a K-3 visa, right? That would be a K-3 visa. So if you're already married and you're waiting for the green card to be approved, you might qualify for what's called a K-3 visa. I don't usually recommend them because timing for approval is just as long as just getting the green card. So you might as well just apply for the green card and wait that out, because otherwise you're doing a couple of different things. All right. Call us if we can help you. 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Aman, thank you for sharing this live. Also, just a reminder to others, if you know others that have immigration questions, I'm going to be on here for a little bit, and if you have friends that have immigration questions that might want to ask, feel free to share this with them. Also, like us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok and our other social media platforms like YouTube and Instagram, and our handle is @Agarwal Immigration at all of them. Okay? Again, my name is Pratibha. Feel free to ask your questions here, and I will do my best to get to them for you. All right. Okay, here's another one. So what happens if you have a 2-year green card and then you don't file to remove the conditions and you don't apply for a 10-year green card? So what happens? So what happens, again, I'm going to repeat this. This is for people that have a marriage-based green card, and it's for 2 years. So basically they enter the U.S. with a 2-year green card, or they first received their green card for 2 years, okay? So they only have a 2-year green card. So the question is, what happens if I have a 2-year green card and I never file for my permanent 10-year green card? You could get put in removal proceedings, right? So if you never apply for your 10-year green card, you might get put in removal proceedings, and you can at that point apply, but you will have to have a good reason for why you didn't apply in the first place, right? So you would have to have either extreme circumstances, right, for why you didn't file on time, or you could be divorced and you'd have to prove that. You could also be abused or subjected to extreme cruelty, right? So there's different ways to later apply, and it'll let you remain in the U.S. and get a permanent 10-year green card. But what happens is you will get put in removal proceedings. If we can help you with this, don't wait until it's too late. If we can help you with this, call us 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. And my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I'm here to answer immigration questions. Okay? All right. How long does it take to get a 10-year green card? So how long does it take to get a 10-year green card? So it used to be about 1.5 years, the full processing times. Now it's taking over 2 years sometimes, right? So I want to say in most cases you should expect to get your interview within 2 years. When you first apply for a permanent 10-year green card, you'll get what's called a receipt notice for that application, that USCIS has that application and that they're processing it. And that receipt notice will automatically extend your expired green card for 2 years. Right now they're doing 2 years. They used to do 18 months. So just check and see how long your particular receipt notice extends your status. Okay, so if you have a 2-year green card and you applied for the 10-year green card, just that receipt notice will automatically extend your status beyond the expiration date for about 24 months. So at least 18 months, but more than likely, and now they're doing 24 months. If we can help you with that process, call us 703-348-1663. My name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I help with all types of immigration questions. Okay, thanks so much. All right. Let's see, can I reopen my asylum case after 2 years? Yes, so if your asylum case is administratively closed, you can always ask the judge or ask the adjudicator to recalendar your asylum case. Okay, Deval, I hope that was helpful. Can you help in speeding up an I-601 waiver? So an I-601 waiver is for people that did not maybe have a legal entry to the U.S. and they need to get this waiver before they can leave. You can use I-601 for different purposes, but most common, you apply for this I-601 waiver to be able to leave the U.S. and then return, even though you're subject to bars from re-entry. Right? They take a really long time. Unfortunately, there is no expedited processing, or there's no premium processing like there are with some employment-based applications. You can't do that for this type of waiver. But the best way to speed up your case is really to kind of know what you're doing, right? So if you have the luxury of working with a lawyer, I would suggest work with a lawyer, because 601 waivers are complicated. If you're already working with a lawyer, have faith that they know what they're doing. There's really no way to speed it up, but to prepare a thorough and complete application in the beginning and work with someone who's experienced will help you get your approvals faster. Okay, call us 703-348-1663 if you need help with your immigration case. All right, so Kadian says, I got my green card, but my husband died after my kid's case was approved. Can I take over the case? Sorry, so I don't understand exactly this scenario. So give us a call. But if someone dies, right? So if your spouse dies, and they're the ones that are sponsoring you, then you can still move forward. There are ways to move forward with your application. But if you were sponsoring your husband and the kids were on your husband's application, then you may not be able to move forward, because the principal applicant is the one you'd be sponsored, the one that needs to be alive, unfortunately, right? But what you could do is maybe sponsor your kids directly, Kadian. So give us a call if we can help you with that. We're at 703-348-1663. Do you have to wait if you remarry another spouse? I'm not... Wait for what? If you remarry, do you have to wait 5 years to sponsor your spouse? Oh, okay. If you remarry, do you have to wait 5 years to sponsor your spouse? No, not necessarily. However, you want to make sure that, like, if you got your green card through marriage and then you divorced your first spouse and now you're using that green card to sponsor someone else, they're going to heavily scrutinize your application, right? So you want to prove that your first marriage was real and it wasn't just for immigration purposes. So like if you have a child with that first person that sponsored you, that's obviously clear evidence that the marriage was real, not just for immigration. So that would be, good evidence. But if you can package that up and show that your marriage was real, all of your marriages are real, not just for immigration purposes, even the one you may have previously used to get your current green card, right? So you don't necessarily have to wait, but obviously immigration is going to be a little bit wary of people that just got married and got their green card, got divorced, and now are sponsoring someone else, right? So what they don't want is to have a fraud marriage, then a divorce, and then a sponsorship of a real marriage, right? So they're going to heavily scrutinize your application. I would say, paper the evidence, make sure that you have very, very strong evidence that the marriage is real for both the first marriage that you're now divorced from and your current marriage. Okay, if we can help you, call us 703-348-1663. Again, 348-1663. My name is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration lawyer, and I'm near Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, but our clients are all throughout the United States, and we would be happy to help you with your immigration case. So you can schedule a consultation if you would like. You can go directly on our Facebook page, which is at Agarwal Immigration. So Agarwal Law Group is the name of the firm. You can go there and schedule your consultation now, or you can call the office tomorrow, 8 a.m. sharp, and do it through my assistant, Nate, who will be there to greet you and assist you with scheduling consultation. So if you want to call the office, you can do that at 703-348-1663, or join our Facebook page or even our website, and you can schedule a consultation for yourself there. Okay? Siasa says, does a child get her document at the airport or on arrival? Again, unclear what your question is. So if you've sponsored your child from abroad and they're coming into the U.S., usually people enter and then they're mailed a green card afterwards. So I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. If they're entered with a travel document or something like that, anyone who's supposed to be a green card holder will get a stamp when they're entering the U.S., and that stamp will serve as the equivalent of a green card until that physical green card appears in the mail. Okay? Call me if you have questions, 703-348-1663. All right. How long before my 485 is approved? So usually about 2 years from the time you apply. But 485s are adjustment of status applications. They're green card applications. They can be based on many different things. On employment, they can be based on asylum, they can be based on like marriage or even humanitarian cases, right? So basically it's the green card application for people that are in the U.S. They have some other way to qualify, like asylum or something else, and then they apply for their green card. So that just the processing time varies. The processing time varies no matter like depending on how you're getting that 485. Okay? Usually about 2 years. If I wanted to say on average, it's about 2 years. Sorry. If your spouse files an I-130, will they get a work permit? All right. Will you get a work permit based on an I-130 application? Absolutely not, right? So there are a lot of misconceptions about an I-130. All it does is tell you that I'm either a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and that you and I are married. Marriage-based I-130s, that's all it is doing. You don't get any status. It basically says that I'm eligible to sponsor you, and that's it. That's what that approval means. Okay, it doesn't give you permission to be in the U.S. It doesn't give you work authorization. It doesn't give you travel authorization. Then what you will need to do is apply for a green card, which you have to qualify for. To qualify to apply for a green card, more often than not, you have to have a legal entry into the U.S., and then, you have to basically meet all sorts of requirements in order to be able to qualify. Okay, so again, I-130 alone grants zero benefit to the person applying for it.